Hello everyone, my name is John James the Storyteller, and today I'll be telling Luke Piper's story, Part 3. Without further ado, let's begin. Luke Piper, yelling, Everyone! Everyone! Wake up now! The farm is on fire! Oh my god! Narkhals! Luke looks to see the whole farm is on fire. Narkhals are in the distance, spewing fire. Some from their hands, others from their mouths. Everyone gets up quickly. Leo, Lewis! Lewis, on it. Lewis runs toward where the guns are, which is in the barn, and tosses the preferred weapon to each member of the group. Lewis tosses Leo a shotgun-esque weapon. As to Mary, 2 pistols. Lewis tosses Mira a sniper-esque weapon, and Lewis grabs himself an assault-esque weapon. Mark, what about us? Leo pulls out his spare pistol and tosses it to Mark, and Mary tosses her other pistol to Luke. Leo, arrow formation. I'll take point. Luke and Lewis on the left flank, while Mary and Mark will be on the right. Mira, get on the roof of the barn and be our eyes as well as support. Mira, on it. Mira free runs her way to the roof of the barn. Leo, everyone, let's go. They leave the barn to see the majority of the farm on fire, the flames slowly getting closer to the barn. Mira uses her special eye, sees all the Narkhals in the distance. Mira puts her finger to her ear as though there is a radio inside of it, which there is. Mira, there's a herd of fire Narkhals. Seems to be 20 of them. Leo, Mira says there's a herd of fire Narkhals, 20 of them. Mark, they travel in herds? Leo, unfortunately, most of the time with other Narkhals with close to or the same powers. Now let's go. Mira, through the eyes of her scope, snipes one of the Narkhals. It explodes instantaneously. Mira, I love being the sniper of the group. Leo charges toward where the Narkhals are. Lewis and Luke are on his left side, and Mary and Mark are on his right. Just before Leo takes the first shot, Luke and Mark look at each other with terrified looks. Leo takes the first shot, killing a Narkhal. The Narkhals notice them and head in their direction. They then spew fire in their direction. Leo, scatter! Everyone runs away from the flames that shoot in a cone-like manner. Everyone is shooting the Narkhals. Mary's arms move as though they are their own separate entity, flawlessly being exactly where they need to be. Lewis constantly moves around, always aware of his surroundings. Leo goes for the direct approach. One of the Narkhals shoots fire toward Leo. Leo presses a button on his prosthetic and a futuristic shield appears, blocking the fire. Once the fire stops, so does the shield, and Leo continues. Mark and Luke fire their pistols, trying their best to keep space from the Narkhals. Then, one of the Narkhals tackles Mark to the ground. Mark looks horrified at the Narkhal looking back at him. Mark can see the flames just about to shoot out of the Narkhal's mouth. Then, a shot from a pistol makes the Narkhal's head explode. Mark pushes it off to see that Luke fired the shot, breathing heavily. Mark looks at Luke and nods, as they continue to attack the Narkhals. Another one of Mira's sniper shots kills a Narkhal. Mira, Leo, watch out! On your left! One of the Narkhals used the flames from the wildfire of the farm to hide. It then tackles Leo to the ground. Luke is close by and shoots at the Narkhal, but misses. It looks at Luke and then charges toward him. Leo looks around for his gun to see it is a few meters away. He runs towards it. Luke, with flashbacks of his first Narkhal attack, feels fear as he tries to run away, but the Narkhal grabs him and making him fall to the ground. Luke puts his hand on the Narkhal, trying to push it away. Fear is written all over his face. Then the Narkhal breathes fire. With a hand on the Narkhal, Luke is able to push the fire attack away from himself, but his entire arm gets burned in the process. Luke's blood-curdling scream is heard throughout the farm. Lewis then shoots the Narkhal on top of Luke. Luke can't help but to continue to scream in pain. Mark tries running toward Luke, but Mary stops him. Mary, there are still more of them. Focus, Mark. Mark winces as he looks away, shooting at the rest of the Narkhals. Leo retrieves his gun and quickly obliterates a Narkhal close to him. Mira, just 2 more. Mira's sniper shot makes one of the Narkhals explode. Mira, now just 1. Mary and Mark shoot at the last Narkhal in an overkill way. Mira, threat is neutralized. Everyone evacuate quickly. Leo, they are all killed. Get to safety now. Lewis and Mary run toward safety, while Mark and Leo run toward Luke. Luke is still screaming in pain. Luke, make the pain stop, please. I can't take it. It's unbearable. Make it stop! Make it stop! Mark looks horrified at his friend. Leo, Mark, get to safety. I got Luke. Mark looks at Leo and then runs towards safety. Lewis and Mary are on the road, watching the fire. Mark joins them. Leo holds Luke and runs toward the van. He opens the van and puts Luke in the back. Leo then gets to the driver's side and starts the van. Mira is just getting down from the barn and runs toward where Lewis, Mary, and Mark are. Leo drives the van to the road again and stops the van. He then maneuvers to the back of the van. He pulls out a suitcase that was underneath the driver's side of the van. Lewis recognizes the suitcase. Lewis, Leo, that's the extra prosthetic. Leo, I know what it is. Now let me work. Leo closes the van. Luke, Leo, I can't move my arm anymore. Please make the pain go away. Leo, Luke, you're going to feel more pain before you feel better. I'm going to cut your arm off and replace it with this prosthetic. Only after will the pain die down. Are you ready? Luke swallows hard. Do it. Luke's screams are heard as Mark falls to his knees, crying as he hears his friend scream in agony. Lewis, Mary, and Mira all put a hand on Mark with their heads lowered and their eyes closed. Mark, he saved my life, yet it was him who suffered and lost his arm. Lewis, there was nothing we could do. You and Mary were busy fighting your own front, as was I, but at the time I killed the Narkhal, it was too late. Luke's screams finally stopped. Mark, is it over? Mary, no. Luke just passed out from experiencing too much pain. Leo is still busy in there. We carry that spare, hoping we never have to use it, because using it means that whoever needs it doesn't get any type of medicine to numb the pain. They just suffer till the procedure is over. Luke Piper, voiceover, feature version. That day was the worst day of my life. Never felt so much pain in my life. When I finally came to, I looked at my arm and felt heartbroken. Heartbroken in the fact that I will never be the same again. Shots of Mira, Mark, and Mary and Lewis waiting. POV shot of Luke waking up and looking at his arm. Another shot of Luke's face, sad and tears falling from his face. Leo, I did what I felt was necessary. If I hadn't... Luke, soft voice. You did the right thing. Thank you. Leo, stay silent for a while. You're welcome. Exterior, farm, dawn. Luke gets out of the van. The sun is rising. Mark rushes toward him. Mark, Luke, are you okay? You were in there for 5 hours. Luke, I'm okay. Luke then looks at the farm, which is completely burned to a crisp, including the barn. Luke, our home is gone. Mark, it is. Mark tries to continue, but there is nothing left to say. Luke, Leo, yes, Luke, you mentioned that Mark and I could join you. Does the offer still stand? Leo, it does. Luke and Mark look at each other with a look that says they are about to enter hell. Luke, we accept the offer. Leo, very well. Welcome to the team, Mark and Luke. Everyone is silent as they watch Mark and Luke stare at their old home for the last time. Fade to black. Luke Piper, voiceover, future version. The car ride back to Safe Haven was quiet, for no one knew what to say to us to make us feel better. But before we could get to Safe Haven, Leo got a call from the radio he keeps in his ear, and the silence was finally broken. Interior, van, day. Shots of everyone in the van. Luke and Mark are next to each other with their heads low. Leo then puts his hand to his radio in his ear. Leo, this is Leo. What is it? Another mission? We just finished the mission, and we were too low on supplies to do anything but head home. What? But how? Everyone in the van takes interest in the conversation. Leo continued. Sighs. If you can bring supplies to a safe area, we will take the mission. Very well. We will meet Jason there. Leo takes his finger off the radio. Mira, well? Leo, Safe Haven has another mission for us. I wasn't planning on taking it, but this one is important. Lewis, what makes it so important? Leo, this is the first time Narkhals have showed any signs of an intelligent move against us. The president of Safe Haven was on a research mission. Mark and Luke, we tend to study the dead bodies of Narkhals to learn more about them, and our president is the best of the best. On a research mission, she got captured by Narkhals. Lewis, captured? Like they didn't kill her? Leo, correct. Which means they knew who she was and her importance to Safe Haven. Scouting planes saw the Narkhals carry her to one of the hives. Mark, a hive? Leo, yes, when the Narkhals had the ability to make solid matter. They made bases for their fellow Narkhals. These bases look like beehives, hence hives. Our mission is to rescue her and, if possible, learn how they were able to do something like this. Lewis, you mentioned Jason? Leo, we were meeting Jason at one of the safe areas, where we will also be gaining more supplies. Mark, what is a safe area? Leo, missions outside of Safe Haven could take you anywhere, but there are places that are more popular than others. We built many bases there, so those in missions can unwind. It's surrounded by an electric fence, a mile radius of minefields, as well as constant guards surveying the area. Despite all that, the limit of how many people that can be there is 30 per safe area. We learned the hard way what happens when you don't follow that rule. Mira, which safe area is it? Leo, safe area 3. If all goes well, we will be there in half an hour. Lewis, woo! I love working with Jason. Mary, at least one of us can be optimistic about this. Mira, I get your excitement, Lewis, but let's have a quiet ride there, shall we? Lewis smirks and leans back, closing his eyes. Shots of the van blazing through the road. Exterior, safe area 3, day. The van stops at the gate of the fence. The fence goes as far as the eye can see on either side. A few seconds later, the gate opens. The van starts moving again. Luke and Mark creep up to the front of the van to see what the safe area looks like. When it slowly comes to view, it looks like a regular house. There are snipers on the roof and multiple vans and jeeps parked around it. Luke, it looks like a house. Mark, not gonna lie, I thought it would look cooler. Leo, sorry to disappoint. The van parks near where all the other cars are parked, and everyone gets out of the van. Everyone walks to the entrance of the house where they meet a guard. Very tall, intimidating, both of his arms are prosthetics, bald, and is carrying an assault rifle similar to Lewis's. Guard, I'm guessing you guys are here for the supplies that were dropped in? Leo, good guess. Where are they? Guard, they're with the ice kid. Leo, thank you. The guard lets them through, and Leo opens the door to the safe area. And with that, we're going to finish the story. I hope I see you guys all next week for Luke Piper's story, part 4. But until then, I hope you guys have a great week, and I hope to see you guys next week.